What's up, my YouTube friends? It's Richard, founder of STRU and Airbnb Superhost. And today's video is the life stages of an Airbnb host. The reason I'm making this video is there's nothing wrong with any of these stages, and I'm gonna list 10. But I want you to understand where you are, identify where you are in this process, and identify what the next step is, and strive for that. But the goal is to be at stage 10. If you're at stage 10, then you are a really successful real estate investor using short-term rentals as your methodology, as your tool, as your trade, and that's where there's nirvana. So let's go ahead, starting at number 1, which is, wow, this is scary, or this is too good to be true. So in stage 1, I find two different types of personalities. People that are either scared and say, how am I going to let people into my home? This is really scary. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can do the listing. There's all this self-limiting beliefs, and it generally is fear-based. Another kind of personality in this stage is really excited. They're optimistic. In fact, they might be a little dubious because it sounds too good. This is too good to be true. It can't possibly be. I can make this much money and pay for my entire mortgage by letting out, the spare bedroom or the room over my garage. That can't be. What's the hook? So those are the two types of people that I see, and in both cases, in our Facebook group and here on YouTube, we see people overcome those self-limiting beliefs on a daily basis. We're breeding hosts every single day, and I want to give you the confidence if you're in this stage or if you're in stage 0, to get to stage 1, you too can do this. So stage 2 is you're now hosting, you've made some mistakes, you're learning, the money's being deposited in your checking account and you can't really believe it. Maybe you're even approaching breaking even, meaning like covering your mortgage, or if you're doing rental arbitrage, you're covering your rent. But you're still learning. You're in that awkward like infancy toddler stage. You're walking, you're tripping, you get up, you walk, you trip. Hopefully you're watching these videos, and I have about 400 other on the channel that are helping you, and so you're walking faster and getting through stage 2 quickly. But most people that start on stage 1, especially if they're watching this content, are getting to stage 2 rather quickly, and you start to realize it's working and I'm learning, and I've never encountered this issue before, but now I've countered it and I'm overcoming it, and we're quickly to getting to stage 3. Stage 3 is a really exciting breakthrough stage. This works. Like, I'm profitable, I'm getting 5-star reviews, I'm using dynamic pricing, I'm understanding what's going on, my hospitality game is improving. Like, this really works. What I thought didn't work just 4 months ago, 6 months ago, it actually works, and I have a future, and I believe, and I can do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do more of this. That's stage 3, my friends. Now, as is often the case in life, highs are met with newfound fears and new objections. So stage 4 is a little bit of a excited thing. Wow, this is really working. Stage 3, I should grow. I want to grow. This is working so well, I need to grow. And in stage 4, you're excited to grow. But then there's a little bit of fear and uncertainty, and some reality checks back in, and you say, but wait a minute, I don't have the resources, I don't have the time, I don't have the savings. There's all these reasons why you can't grow. Your heart is telling you that you should grow. Your bank account is telling you that you should grow, but your mind is limiting you and saying, but you can't. I encourage you to get over stage 4 as quickly as possible. It is literally self-limiting beliefs. So you can do it, and we've all been there, so you're not alone. Stage 5 is where you overcome stage 4 and you say, not only should I grow, stage 5 says, I'm going to grow. I need to grow. This is really working. My future, my entire life, my family, everything could be very different if I could only grow. One unit working well isn't enough. I need to scale. I need to get more. So how do I do that? And in stage 5, you figure it out. You have some breakthroughs. You start to save more money. You partner with other people. You take on co-hosting as a side gig to your side gig. Maybe even do rental arbitrage, knowing what all risks are there. And I've warned people about that. But whatever it is in stage 5, you overcome the self-limiting beliefs in stage 4, and you say, I will grow, I must grow, I'm going to grow, and here's how I'm going to do it. Now in stage 6, you are now growing. You added that second unit, or maybe it was a third unit, and you're growing and it's working really well, and you're really excited, and you're believing that it's all working out just as you planned, and you want to grow even more, and it's working. Like, all your fears in the other 5 stages are overcome. You're at stage 6, you've got multiple units, and this is working, and you see the future, and you're an entrepreneur, and you're excited, and you're growing, and you're running your business, and it feels great. And inevitably, in stage 7, you meet fear again. Don't forget, at every peak, there's a little bit of a retreat, and that's your mind telling you what's happening. And here's what happens in stage 7. I knew it. I shouldn't have grown. I was growing too quickly. Look how much time it's taking. Look at all these problems. Look what happened with the cleaning lady. I got a 4-star review. I can't handle 3 places. I can handle 1 or maybe 2, but I can't handle 3. I knew I shouldn't have grown that quickly. Does that sound familiar? Well, that's what happens to all of us. We're going to scale, we're going to grow, we're going to expand our horizons to the point where we stretch and we're outside our comfort zone. And outside our comfort zone feels really good when it's working. But then when you're outside your comfort zone and you hit a little speed bump or a road, a little hiccup, you're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have done that, and you retreat. That's stage 7. Now, stage 8 is a really cool stage because you're overcoming that stage 7 fear. So once again, I want to encourage you to do that as quickly as possible. And in stage 8, you overcome those limiting beliefs and you realize that each one of those situations was a one-off and it could happen to anybody, even if you had 1 unit or 2 units. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your circumstances. It has nothing to do with your abilities. It has to do with running a real business. And in stage 8, you overcome those fears by focusing, by becoming more educated, by spending more time and energy on thinking things through, on planning, on deliberating, on creating budgets, on education, on watching YouTube videos, on mentorship, on anything to grow yourself and to grow your business. And in stage 8, you start to stabilize your business, you start to regain confidence, things start to work out again, and all is not lost. And I want to get you back to that comfort and confidence stage as quickly as possible. So go through this stage quickly and realize you have grown. Look how far you've come. Look at all the things you've accomplished. Just look at all those 7 stages and all the hard work and all the sweat and all the tears and all the money that you've saved and all the decisions you've made and all the people you've hired and all the wonderful experiences and all the hosting you've done. Guests from all over the world have come and they've given you 5-star reviews and they've loved your city. They've loved your home. They've loved what you've done. They've loved interacting with you. And in stage 8, you need to feel all that gratitude and appreciation and realize you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. You're in the exact right place, and double down your energy on focus, attention, education, and let's move to stage 9. Stage 9 is where most of us want to go. Now there is a stage 10, we'll get to that in a second, but stage 9 is where you experience massive growth. And massive growth is a very personal thing. It could be, in your case, from 2 units to 4. It could be from 4 to 40. Again, I don't know what your desired goals are or your planned outcome is or how much money you're able to save or access in terms of financing. So it's a very personal decision, and if you're in our Facebook group and you see people that have 10 units or 40 units or even 100 units, I don't want you to feel inferior. That's them reaching their stage 9. Your stage 9 might just be, I want 6 places and that's all I care about. So stage 9 is a personal decision, but you're now experiencing massive growth. You're an entrepreneurial success story. When you tell your friends and your family and your loved ones what it is that you're doing and you say, I've got X number of Airbnbs and I'm making this much money, they look at you and they can't believe that you've done this, you've reached your goals, you're doing really well, you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman or a businesswoman, but you're an entrepreneur and you're successful and you know what you're doing and you're at the helm of your ship, you're captaining it, you're getting 5-star reviews and you continue to grow and you've reached sort of that massive growth stage, and maybe you decide to grow more or maybe you don't, maybe you've reached your goal. But that's stage 9. Stage 10, this is the nirvana. This is when you've really reached your peak potential in the short-term rental market. This is where you're doing intelligent growth. You're doing opportunistic growth. You're doing systematic growth. You're doing growth for the right reasons. You are diversifying intelligently. You're diversifying by geography, by property size. You're diversifying by risk that you're taking, whether it be currency, political, natural disaster. You're starting to create something of lasting value and real diversification that's your legacy, something that you can be proud of. And now STR, short-term rentals, are a component of your overall portfolio. You've got stocks and you've got bonds and you have other real estate. Maybe it's multifamily, maybe it's long-term rentals, maybe it's retail, maybe it's commercial, maybe it's industrial. But short-term rentals and this cash engine that we've generated is creating this opportunity for you to create a robust portfolio of systematic, intelligent, diversified growth. This is fueling all that. You have more than just your portfolio because you've done so well and you're so educated and you're so intelligent. You understand the importance of diversification, right? And not just primary diversification, secondary diversification, tertiary diversification, diversification for diversification's sake. That's what's going to keep you alive through natural disasters, through political climate, regime changes, through all of this stuff. And this can all happen when you reach stage 10. So don't quit at stage 9. That seems like that's the top. Everyone thinks you've reached the top. You yourself think you've reached the top. But don't forget, stage 10 is really where you want to go. So do me a favor, everyone watching this video, I want to know what stage you're at and what your goal is and what your time frame is to get there. So I, Richard, am at stage 9 and I want to get to stage 10 and I'm doing this in 1 year, for example. Go ahead, comment below what stage you're at, what's your goal, and what's your time frame to get there. I want to see it all because I really want to help you all advance from whatever stage, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, doesn't matter. Everyone's moving forward, friends. We're moving forward. I hope you liked this video. Please comment below with your stage, like it, and subscribe.